Welcome back to Solynod Hex, everybody. Today we're holding session number 327, and today's session is sponsored by our patrons. Thank you very much, patrons, for your generous pledges.
Thank you, patrons!
We wouldn't have dynamic lighting without you. Players, if you have not already done so, go ahead and left-click on your character token, and then hold the Shift key, and double-click on your token again while holding the Shift key, and it'll open up your character sheet from your token. And go ahead and add 327 points for showing up on time to session number 327. This is my way of saying thank you for showing up on time. And this XP adds up real quick. When last we left our heroes, they had just beaten... Let's see, someone is nosing their mic. I gotta fix that.
Be right back.
I honestly like when someone who's angry with me calls me a bitch because it means I've stood up for myself. Took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that bitch. Lizzo says she's 100% that bitch. She says she's 100% a bitch.
Okay. When last we left our heroes, they were in the Tower of Serpents. They had just completed it. They got their dungeon completion bonus. And Tower of Serpents. Tower of Serpents is located in the land of Nod on the east side, jungle near the mountains, Great Barrier Mountains.
And turn it into a way of fostering community and friendship.
I was called a
Back.
bitch growing up so much. It was a workaround for a lot of people.
The player characters found out about this tower, I think, from the NPCs in the first tower they attacked.
It is a sort of like, I recognize you. Like, we had the same, like, shit growing up together. Like, you were called a bitch, like, I was
Okay.
called a bitch.
In terms of my gay friends, a lot of these are gay men who absolutely worship women, and like all their idols are women.
All the niggas are bitches. Bitch, like, you did an amazing job. Bitch, your workplace is elevated because you show up every day, bitch.
There's nothing better than a gay man calling you a bitch.
The word bitch has been an interesting journey as feminism has progressed.
And
Of how it can be reclaimed.
As a boy in a girl, they call you bitch all the time. Like, bitch. And it's just what they call their friends. For me, it's still a bad word and something you don't call women.
Peril, you
Older generation that
arrive on the scene.
for respect. And that there's something
It is super early in the morning. It's not yet 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And ahead of you in the darkness with your infravision, you're able to make out a giant eagle and a few camels. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
what's the intention of the speaker.
Alright.
I know the
And is somebody keeping this giant eagle and the camels, or they tied to something, or?
The giant eagle doesn't seem to have any saddlery. What's that?
Tack.
Tack. Any tack and harness attached to him at all.
And the rest, the camels?
The camels do. This one ahead of you has a riding saddle. The other one that you can just see beyond, I believe, has a pack saddle.
Wait, the location is?
You're in.
It's a cave or
You're in the jungle. The sun hasn't risen.
I do still use the word bitch.
And you've found
You know, language
what you would expect to be the Temple of Serpents. You can see in some ambient light, just beyond the reach of your infravision, lit doorway with a pack camel in front of it.
So-
And that is the entrance. That seems to be an entrance to the tower. Go ahead.
so I'm carefully tiptoe around the giant eagle, and I'm like, oh boy, quiet. I'm a friend. And then I look at the camels and I say, it seems they're already here. What a great luck. This will be a great day. I take a little sip from my water skin, put it on the mule, and I tied the mule next to the camels.
The
And
mule.
then I had, my trusty old mule. And then I head into the temple.
Okay. M. Mammal. Oh, it's probably under horse. That's right, HIJKL, so that means it would be
strong enough and big enough for our country.
archived.
Dick. Dick isn't afraid to go hard. And where others fall short, Dick goes long. Dick gets it done. Dick is everywhere.
Find
You
mule.
can trust Dick because Dick is in all of us.
I'm a dick. I'm a dick.
I'm a Dick. I'm a Dick. I'm a huge Dick.
Okay, you can go ahead and
Comes, don't
move
get
through the environment. You're outside of combat right now, so the number in your blue circle is the number of squares you can move in combat. Out of combat, that number is doubled. But I'm pretty sure you are encumbered, so we'll have to figure your weight later.
I am not. I'm exactly at my
At your
just a second. I'm just
weight
at
allowance?
my base. Yeah, just like I'm not even light encumbered. I'm like my base weight is 40 and I'm 40.
Why, Richard? Why not Jeffrey? Hey, you suck.
40 to default.
Okay.
Exactly 40. So I even bought armor that is like not the best, so I can not be overweight.
All right, so you get a little closer to
Yeah.
the entrance. You see a giant lizard kind of cuddling up against a black dog. And the dog begins to bark. Woof, 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 woof. Now, Gromnar, you hear Misha barking outside downstairs. And let's see, anything else from Peril? You should have movement left, I'm pretty sure. Because you only moved.
Is the dog allowing
13
me
squares.
to pass?
Yeah, it's just standing there, kind of guarding the lizard, the giant lizard.
I'm like, oh, careful there, buddy. I'm a friend. I just want to meet your master.
I would say my own use of the word dick.
And she just kind
and
of
then I
like
will try
stops
to
barking.
move in, but I must admit that I'm lagging like crazy here. It's crazy for me.
Business tonight with this dick. Hey,
It happens to everyone.
Yeah, now it's a little bit better. probably the things loaded in, so
There's been some developments.
If it's bad, you can go to your settings and unclick enable animated
You do
graphics,
have to have that like moment of pause where like
and that could help you.
the body part, am I calling someone an asshole or
So
am
the
I
front
just
door is
like,
wide open,
oh, okay.
and after about 30 squares,
It's one of my favorite
you find your way in.
poetry from one of ancient Rome's most beautiful writers, Catullus.
As you walk inside,
Buttfuck you.
you see the remnants of combat. There are two dead, like giant hyenas inside the room. The room is filled with like crates and barrels and things. Table full of spears. There's a barrel that has a lit lantern on top of it, and a table with a couple knives on it that has also lit lantern. Ahead of you is a spiral staircase, the left side of which goes upstairs, the right side of which goes down into the dark depths. And in front of the right-hand side that goes down is a switch in the floor, a lever of sorts. And it looks like it's already been operated.
I approached the lever and I said, wonder which way they went. And I will try to listen to see if I can hear noise from above or below.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a detect noise check. That should work. If you click on checks, and then thief skills, and then detect noise. And you'll have no adjustment because you didn't bring any kind of like cone or listening device of any kind.
No, okay, so detect noise.
Yep. And you can see how it's separated into all characters, rogues, and ninjas and thieves only.
And then it became used as the term for guy, like
Nope, I don't hear nothing.
Okay, you hear the beating of your heart as you like cup your hands to your ear and try to listen.
During the sexually repressed, tightly corseted Victorian era,
And
So
you
excited.
probably have a little bit of movement left. I didn't count how many squares you moved. That's usually, I leave that up to the player.
I could not, with all the lag, I barely can move. Everything is dancing around. Okay, so when I tried to follow them, like in before days, I probably heard. I asked people around if they know what is their mission. And what did they tell me about this place?
You heard that you probably shouldn't go here because of the creatures that live here. And that's about it. That's the only really commonly known thing about this place, like with local history. You probably shouldn't come here because of the creatures that live here.
Yeah, but can I not use like my superior lore skills? You know, some legends about this place, anything.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Let's see, I need to give you access to your bard abilities, actually.
Hell yeah, he's got bard abilities.
Of course.
Hey, Sarah, we haven't had a bard in a long damn time.
And I'll
We
see
need a
problem
bard.
with that.
We need a bard.
Nobody needs a bard.
Everybody likes the bard.
Yeah.
You found the person that doesn't like a bard.
You've never had a real bard then.
Yeah,
Dick like that because it was his nickname.
I have.
A perfect descriptor. I mean, that is the essence of foolish.
Okay, find.
Dick.
Half.
Like,
Well.
She retweeted something
Oh, no.
2 days before she killed
is used to describe
that
a person
Class.
who is
that song that they had reinstituted fire for.
Just want to insert this.
Uh,
He said
Critical Role, the first campaign, would have lost to the final battle had it not been for the bard.
5th edition and 2nd edition are completely different.
Are these delicious?
unseemly, like little sand words.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Our
But
mom
in the
will
spirit,
but not for me.
the bard is the same.
Yeah.
Just a useless character that just hangs around.
The bard is probably going to be Gromnar's favorite once he gets to know him. Stories
Yeah.
told, dancing, singing.
It isn't like it's not haha funny.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so too.
A man named Dick Spec
Hey, Varen, you might want to switch to push to talk or something, because we can hear everyone in your family talking.
All right.
Only because some of it may not be stream friendly.
I have adults only stream, so it doesn't matter.
Beautiful comeback story.
Ah, good deal.
Was probably tortured for their
Very good.
entire life, and then finally had it come back.
But yeah, I try to keep my headset away when I'm talking with my family. Put it down, have a chat.
Paying attention to what party affiliation Dick Sweat was in.
Okay.
The words Dick Sweat.
So you should have access to bard abilities now. So go ahead and click, like, deselect your character by clicking off of it. And then click your token again. And you should have bard abilities along the top.
Okay, so this should be legend lore.
Yep. So if you click on that, go ahead and click on legend lore. Yeah, legend lore.
What's it start at 5% or 10%?
That looks nothing like
They're now going to call it Spotted Richard.
Let her roll low. Come on now.
Fairly low, but it's always a chance.
Yeah.
Roll a 1.
Oh, already rolled. Too late.
How'd it do?
I don't think we know.
You know that the people who live here are evil, and you know that this place is not like an intelligent building. It's not alive.
I was actually looking more forward, like thinking about local history or ancient history knowledge, not like a legend lore knowledge, but all right. Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead and roll ancient history. You're not in a social situation right now, so you wouldn't be able to roll for local history. That's also called the information gathering proficiency. That's for when you're like in town and you have time to visit with people.
yeah, so this is actually the one that is borked. Yeah, never mind, just forget it. I will trust my luck. I will roll and see. I toss a coin. If it's high, then I go up. Okay, so Peril tosses a coin and like and it's just one copper, and it's like scratched because this is the last coin that he has. He spent everything just to
Yeah.
find you guys. And he looks, oh, so they're up. And then he starts walking up, but
Okay.
really carefully and silently.
You get to the next floor, and you're out of movement now. At your feet is a dead carrion crawler on the stairs. So you're,
Oh,
you're
great.
right here
So
now.
they did went this way.
Saturday Night Live as a phenomenon has always been about pushing boundaries. And so,
Yep, and that is about it for Peril for now. Next up is Asher and company. Oh, right, she is picking up her car. She just got remote start today. Next up is Calamar and company.
Can you take Saris off the GM layer when you get a chance also?
Yeah, do you remember what floor he was on?
He was on the one with all the Abishai. I don't know that number.
Okay.
Seeing Dick, on the other hand,
When you see a dick on screen,
Okay.
full frontal nudity from a guy, it's like, oh my god.
And should the Gromnar I see be the one here where
Yeah.
Luther and Boogie Will and all them are in the room, or was he also a floor up?
It's on level 5.
He was.
So you can delete that, whatever one you're looking at, unless... Oh,
Okay.
that's the one, yeah, that's 5.
Okay, so that's where he should be.
Yeah. The one that has all the trebuchet, or the crossbows.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where he's at.
Okay. But he's been NPC'd, so I wasn't sure if he had been moved around or not.
Yeah. Okay.
remember in middle school when every single teen boy was
Okay, I think Anbu's right next to you. Sarah. Yeah,
Yep.
so Calamar and company. What are you guys doing?
So the three that are on the 5th level, that's Olivia, Boogie Well, and Jesse, are all gonna, go down to the next level. And the one who is down there with Calamar and Trana, you hear some more whispers in Elvish, and finally it's like, okay. And then Calamar continues to talk to, is it Theder? Thudder?
Yeah, theater. Yeah.
Thudder. He says, well, this is a real weird time to be catching us, okay? Because, we just killed everything in the tower, of course. And a couple of people upstairs, they don't look so good. One of them's dead, but don't worry. He's gonna come back, okay? But a couple of people are, really hurt, and it looks like we're probably gonna be sticking in this tower for at least a day. So we can get to know each other, right? Yeah.
Sounds good.
I know. I think I heard someone mentioning, hey, they're gonna cook, so we're gonna have dinner and everything. So yeah, that'll be great. Maybe, I think that was upstairs. I think, what floor am I on now? Am I on 3?
4th.
4th? No, I think it was downstairs was the kitchen, right?
Yeah, on 3.
On 3. She says, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go down to 3 because that's where all the food is. So just whenever you find the time, think about that. And he reaches over with his hand, he puts it behind him, and he walks down the stairs. And the best, I'll move all my characters. Boogie Will and Jazzy will come to this floor, and Tron and Calamar will go down off floor.
Okay.
I think it'll go like this. Boogie Will and Jesse. But, yeah, when you get them moved, I'll position them, and then that's my turn.
Okay.
You've done well. I was actually just talking about you. I am so proud of all we've accomplished together.
And Toronto does not whisper to Calamar anymore in Elvish.
But you always
That was the end of the argument.
do you mind?
Okay.
Not,
Calamar.
you know, couples that sometimes they fight, but sometimes, you know, they just say a couple of words and that's enough. So, yeah.
Are you arguing with yourself, Shannon?
Well, what am I supposed to do after like 8 months of quarantine? Yeah, okay.
I find myself doing that very often. Don't feel bad.
Yeah.
May I suggest talking to your husband?
I'll talk to him too, but, you know.
And what they say, it's okay to be alone. If you're alone, it's fine.
So Calamar
Fine,
and Tirana descend the stairs. It smells pretty smoky on this floor. You also smell like I guess the smell of fish.
Oh, yeah.
It is a thing of great wonder and mystery.
Oh, do you want me to shift ping you?
No, I just found them. And, okay, so they'll go down the stairs. And,
Dare I even say, naughtiness. There's one way you see a gentle
Tron will be right behind him, but you... And Calamar will go down and see if anybody's in the kitchen, and there isn't, but there will be food soon. And I do want to take the 3 from the 5th floor to the 4th. Or I can do it next round. I just want to get everybody in one room on the 3rd floor eventually. That's what I'd like.
Okay.
So we can eat.
I can't see them. Okay, I see Boogie Will.
They should be all in a row. Boogie Will, Olivia, and Jesse.
Okay, I see them now.
Yeah.
I love the word pussy. Pussy. Pussy.
All right.
Okay,
so,
great.
Kanar's strength spell on Karenglor is still operating. Calamar's fly spell is still operating. Red dot is Lazarus's protection from evil spell. Toronto's fly spell is still operating. Time now is 4:42 a.m. on March the 2nd, 11th year of the 5th eon. The eon of adventure is the 5th eon. Okay, On's Orison is still operating. Green dot is recitation. Okay, next up is Thader.
Alright, I'll start approaching back to the stairs. Oh, forgot my lantern. Gosh.
Today the word has several
Yes, that's the
cat, vulva, sexual intercourse, derogatory slang for a weak man, and a homograph full of pus. Pussy. Cat was a cat and a kitty.
Hi.
Until I was way older that I heard someone call it
Hello.
pussy. And I was like, you have a very strange relationship with the animal.
While we know its modern sexual connotation, the meaning of this
Alright, I would like to get back down to the 4th floor.
Okay.
There's no one theory about how the word developed, but there are similarities
The earliest meaning of pussy is
1 second, I'm just going to. Are you speaking directly into your mic?
immediately afterwards.
For me?
Yeah.
Becomes a term of affection used
I'm pretty close to it.
Okay.
Quiet.
a woman
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you up to 200.
might have cat-like features, right? She's cuddly or she's sweet or
There we go.
Double check.
she's tender. There were pamphlets and screeds from
Not really, because it's not. Is that better?
You are the rare
No.
soft-spoken person in the group.
I'm what?
The rare soft-speaking person in the group.
Pretty soon after that,
Yeah.
pussy
It's
comes
just-
to refer to female genitalia. Pussy.
Okay.
I think comes from cat because
So you're moving to.
because these
4th floor.
come in at the same time, there are competing theories as to where the word comes from. Theory one is that the word was derived from the Germanic call sounds used to attract a cat. Theory two is
There
that
you
the
are.
word stems from the Scandinavian word in Old Norse, referring to a pocket pouch or purse.
You are currently on the 4th floor. Did you want to go down to the 3rd?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over time, the popularity of profane words fade. Slang terms for vagina are no exception.
There was something I noticed on the 3rd floor.
Old words for vagina are all hysterical.
A particular set of barrels.
Garden of Venus, Cypriot bag, cooler, flower pot, whim whiskers, Cecily bum trinket. It's sort of
I wanted
everything
to
you want
investigate.
in wordplay for
Okay.
genitalia. First,
So you descend to. What the hell? You descend to the staircase on the 3rd.
as a surname, bum trinket.
Why is it doing
Where am
that?
I? I'm not touching it.
Being something that
I don't know
ornaments
what's happening.
Alright, so you are on the staircase on the 3rd floor.
Looks like my lamp's gone now.
Yeah, I don't think I grabbed your lantern.
Entirely wordplay, and it's wordplay on both the woman meaning and the cat meaning. The earliest use where we know it means genitalia has more to do with
There you go.
choking,
There you go.
And it smells very smoky on this floor. Smoky and ashy, I guess. Like there was some kind of big fire. And you can also smell a bit of fish. You can hear the sounds of a crackling fire coming from below you on the stairs. And above you, footsteps. Probably the people that you just passed. Or,
Yeah.
sorry, that are also descending the stairs.
By the end of the
Alright.
song, they pull up their skirts to reveal cute live kittens strapped to their groins. Be careful with your pussy. I mean, don't just stick a pussy on a.
So I'll just make it there by the end of my movement. And I'll start trying to get to this barrel.
So remember, outside of combat, your movement rate is doubled.
So pussy has maintained the same meaning.
I know, I already doubled it. I got 16. It took me 10 to get down the stairs. And then another
Oh, okay.
6 to get there.
Yeah.
A weak or ineffectual man.
Alright, ahead of you, you can see Calamar holding hands with someone who's invisible.
Yay.
You can see on the floor a bunch of ash, probably left over from some kind of burning, fiery spell. And there is a pile of kegs that looks like it's been toppled over on top of dead Velociraptor. Inside the room are the corpses of a bunch of huge spiders. And near the staircase across the way, you can see the corpses of several assassins. And as well, a priest. Priest as well. You can hear the sound of the crackling fire in the room to the right, which is to the west of the center of the room.
But like that connection is like negative for my people.
So, what does that door look like? Or whatever I see.
The door, just a regular swinging door with like a doorknob on it, and it looks like it's wide open.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about the door that's right next to you.
Up here, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it looks like a swinging door with a doorknob on it, and it is currently closed, but it looks like it isn't hanged right on the door frame, so it is slightly ajar, and you can see by the light of your lantern into the room some sort of wooden piece of furniture, or like an ottoman, or possibly a chest, or maybe a barrel turned on its side inside the room, just kind of through a crack. That's why it's very vague. The door seems to be locked, but you could probably easily knock it down with a combination of like your weapon or your strength or something.
Okay. I'll do that my next turn.
You still have a standard action. All you've done is move, so if you want to try to knock, if you want to try to knock the door down, you can. It'll take an open doors check versus locked doors, and I need to check your character sheet real quick to make sure you're set up for that. So normally when you have your strength score, you get 2 open doors scores. The one on the left is usually higher than the one on the right, if you get the one on the right at all. The one on the left is for jammed or stuck doors or held doors, and it's usually pretty easy to open those. And then the one on the right is for magically sealed or locked doors. And apparently, you don't even have the chance to open up a locked door with your strength. But you could, if you want to, hack the door down.
Okay. Let me see if I have an axe. I don't think I'm off.
You can hack the door down with any kind of, like I'd say, medium size or larger bladed weapon, or any kind of axe, or you could bash it down with any kind of hammer, or I'd say medium or larger bludgeoning weapon. If it's small,
Okay,
it's probably too small.
I guess I'll just use my bastard sword since it's medium.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit yourself. And all you have to do is hit AC 4 or better. And then of the hits where you hit AC 4 or better, you have to do cumulative 20 damage to knock down the door. And when you do knock it down, it's like in smithereens. It's like basically kindling after that, because you just hack it to bits. AC, okay, good. AC 7 is a miss.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to try again next round if you want to keep continuing doing that. If you have any movement left over, you can take that movement now if you wish, or you can wait there to hack at the door next round.
Alright, I'll just say.
Okay. Oh shit. So Saris, don't forget you have a backpack on the 4th floor.
Yep.
So I'm gonna set up that backpack now. Fortunately, I've already set it up and it's just on the GM layer. I need to put it on the token Lair.
Obsessed with our pussies.
Okay.
You know, I appreciate the lead, and so now it's like, yeah, it's all I want to talk about. I think words can be figuring stuff out. I think pussy is
Next up is actually Cirrus. So,
Yay.
Cirrus and Company.
Well, Cyrus is gonna grab the potion from Anbu's bag and drink it so he doesn't die.
Yay!
That'd be a
That's
good
right.
idea.
Yeah. So last time Cirrus played, he was poisoned by a red Abishai, and Anbu just gave him a potion of an elixir of health, right?
Elixir of health, yeah.
And the elixir of health cures your poison, and you can remove your poison symbol.
Yes.
Elixirs of health are really
Thank you.
nice.
Yep. And that's all the uses used up.
Okay.
Do you do experience for that?
No. No, you would have
Okay.
gotten it when you claimed it.
Oh, I don't think. Okay. Okay. And Cyrus is gonna walk over to lean on something as he's like, because that was very painful and a very unpleasant experience. And Anbu is gonna kind of go and do what he's supposed to do and guard, and just kind of wait and see what everyone else is doing. But that's my action done.
Okay.
For now.
Next up is Varen and Company. You there, James?
Yeah, I am, and I was looking for my token.
Yeah, so as you recall, Varen jumped out the window from level 6 and was gliding down to the window on level 5. And you get into the window on level 5. Right now, you're standing next to Anbu and Cirrus down on level 5, and I will shift ping you right now.
Alright. Right when he lands inside, you will move over. That's Gromnar. Okay, Josh, where did we leave the body of Dean Dorvo? On this floor or the one above?
He was on this floor.
I think he's
Last
underneath.
time I played.
He's underneath Moore's. Somebody was standing over his body. And it might be Moore's that's standing over him.
Alright. Varen will move over to Dean's body and pick him up.
Okay.
Bom, bom, bom. Everybody's sad.
From what I remember, he weighs quite a bit. And he's wearing plate mail?
Yeah. Actually, he's wearing like Adrian, like Brigandine, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
right, Brigandine.
I know that yeah, I'm gonna take on some incumbents here. Just how much did Dean want? I don't know because I can't access this character sheet anymore.
Oh really? Okay. I'll fix that. That might be because he got charmed or something.
Nope, he was killed. He was not charmed.
He went berserk when they go that you don't get access anymore.
He was berserk, that's right.
I do remember that, even though it's been so long.
And then he went back to his senses, then got backstabbed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Then while he was down, one of the imps finished him off. Because that thing rolled higher initiative than I did.
He got killed by an imp.
Abishai.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Abishai, yeah. Abishai,
Oh.
right. And Abishai are powerful creatures, so there is no shame in getting killed by an Abishai.
I thought well, you said imp, so I was like, oh, that sucks.
I know that
Abishai,
in this
do not recommend.
Imps are evil little bastards, though. You got to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'd rather fight an imp than an Abishai.
That is true.
That's true.
Well, it depends on what
Oh,
you're
I'd rather
like,
fight an imp than an Abishai. Yes,
well, it depends
I
on your goal.
would.
Like, if your goal is to like get like money and experience, you want to fight an Abishai. But if you are just fighting not to die, then yes, imps definitely.
Did anybody claim any treasure while I was away?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And the Abishai are definitely things we like to fight versus the backstabby bitches. Nuh-uh, them backstabby bitches better go.
Shannon did not care
Oh.
for them.
I don't like
right.
them. Have too many elves, y'all. Come on.
Stop having elves. Fixes your problem.
I played a human in a one-shot, and or in one of Josh's one-shots recently, and it was the first time I played human in forever, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't see shit!
Yeah, you have to have light.
Uh-huh. It's not fun playing a human. I don't like it.
Also, everybody is doing dim light for the creatures that can see in the dark lately with the new dynamic lighting. I used to do that. I'm considering going back to it because it would set apart infravision from actual light, like drastically. And I think that's how it's supposed to work, but on darker maps, you wouldn't be able to see the map very well, which has come up in the past. So, I don't know, maybe if they can change the, like, different degrees of light to darkness, you know, then I'm sure that'll come soon.
Right.
Let's see, deceased characters... Dean Dorvo, the Lich Slayer.
Gromnar don't care what we fight, as long as it can die. If his swords bounce off it, then the trident comes into play.
If that doesn't do it, then you just try to choke him. Just choke him.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Some enemies you can't choke.
Well,
And-
there's
and
something
some-
else you can do.
And some enemies you can't stab, your sword won't affect them, but you can damn sure choke them. We found that out.
Or if they have like gills and you just freaking choke them there. Just block them.
What was it, Shannon? Was it werewolves? Gromnar couldn't hit him with his sword, so he just grabbed him by the throat and choked him out.
Yep. Was it a dust? What was it? A big baddie? Pit Fiend.
Oh,
Did he try
yeah.
to choke the Pit Fiend?
He did that too. He tried to choke a Corneagon, I think it was.
Did it work?
Remember that time he jumped on one?
Yeah.
And
he
fell
was
off the cliff?
wrestling it and trying to choke it out. He wasn't playing.
Yeah. Good times.
Okay, so you should have access to him. You always did have access, he was just in a different folder. So there's Dean Dorvo, the Lich Slayer.
Alright. How much did he weigh normally? Okay, I'm gonna need more Ossuras.
Yeah, he's a fat little fucker. And he's wearing... Brigandine has a medium shield.
All right, Varen will get his top.
It's gonna be over
Raymond.
200 pounds.
Yep. Varen will get the in front. Raymond and Morris will each get a leg. Lift him up with visible effort. And I'll take him downstairs.
His pallbearers.
Just wait till Gromnar falls.
Limb bears. Limb bears.
Well, he won't be dead for long, assuming he passes the resurrection check. But yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have Raised Dead prepared today, but I will have it tomorrow.
You said he was a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna
dude.
pass.
He'll likely pass.
He's a good guy.
He has a good constitution.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He's a funny little serious dwarf.
I like him so much.
Yes. And Lord, we need to keep our healers around.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I'll be for Varen company this round. Here we
Alright.
go.
Gromnar.
So he hears his dog barking. Fucking hell. Grits his teeth at his wounds and takes off down the stairs.
Not just gonna jump out the window.
The dog did stop barking after a minute, but yeah, she was barking momentarily.
Well, I
There
mean,
is-
her job is to guard the animals. If she's barking, there must
Yeah.
be a threat of some sort.
There is a window in the room that somewhat looks out over where you left her. So this window
But
to the northwest.
But he can't stab a danger through the window.
Yeah. Okay, so you descend to level 4, correct?
Yes, and he's gonna continue going. I know that the other character is on the stairs, but he doesn't, so he's just gonna continue until he runs into him.
Yeah. I don't know how many squares you moved, but you have a total of 18. You're on level 4 now.
That would be number 4 right there.
I guess damn you to hell has power. If you believe in hell, I guess. If there's hell, may God strike me dead right
Oh.
now.
That would be 16, and he is not walking, he's, on the run, so I guess a jog.
Damned is the complete life cycle of a profane word. It starts off as just a word that describes the act of damning. It becomes profane. And then over time, because society changes, it starts to peter out. It's where shit will probably be in a few decades, and where fuck will certainly be by the end of the century. You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine copy. What are the earliest readings?
So there would have put him at 16 of his,
Okay.
27 at a jog, I believe.
Does jogging add one more or double,
Double.
in out of combat?
Just to get full time.
Damn compares to other squares, like your little brother that wants to hang out with you, and you don't want him to go.
Oh. I'm definitely allergic to something in this room.
Oh, that's not good.
Like
Yeah, that's
my
real
right
not
eye
good.
is watering. I can feel my throat swelling. Oh.
Oof.
Do you need to take a bathroom break?
Josh, I suggest taking a 10-minute break. Get out that room.
Yeah.
And in case it gets worse,
Yeah, let's take a break.
have your girlfriend, have your fiance call 911 if
Oh,
it gets worse.
no, it's not gonna get worse. I
Yeah.
promise.
Seriously, don't kill yourself trying to run this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Let's take a break. You get yourself cleared up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
With that, we'll be back, assuming our GM doesn't pass out from anaphylactic shock.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's got epinephrine there.
All right. Be back.
Yep, be right back.
You know, it's amazing how you are away for a while, but as soon as you hear the character's name and look at them, you know, you instantly remember them as they were and how they act. And oh man, I'm excited for Gromnar to be the first one to encounter this new player.
The bard?
Yes, Gromnar is a very, very unique individual.
Yeah, I'm already afraid. Don't tell me nothing about him.
Oh no, it's going to be a very enjoyable encounter.
Oh my god.
There have been many, many classic miscommunications between Gromnar and party members that have ended up in full-out slaughter of enemies that we didn't know were enemies at first.
Or afterwards as well. In other words, they were not enemies at all.
I mean, well, you know, at the point where they draw weapons on us, that's where they end up dying usually.
I mean, that's a pretty solid indication.
the intention, you know, wasn't to kill them. You know, at certain times it was just to interact with them and try to avoid killing them. And classic miscommunication between Gromnar and one of our old party members who's no longer with us. It ended up in us killing them every time because Gromnar meant one thing, the other character assumed he meant something else and said, sure, yeah, sounds like a plan.
Okay. I feel like 100% better now.
Oh, good. Did you figure out what it was?
No, I'm guessing it was probably dust that was in my sinuses left over from yesterday at work. Because I work in a warehouse and it's really dusty.
Yeah.
So, I did like a nasal rinse and I washed my face and I feel better now.
Okay, good.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Definitely don't want
to the vet tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. So Gromnar, you make it down to the staircase on the 3rd floor. Ahead of you, you can see Thader the man holding a lantern. He's kind of peeking into a room. Ahead of him, there's a door, and it's like the door is hung wrong. Like it's not quite blocking the whole doorway. It's kind of off the hinge a little bit, like maybe the hinge is damaged itself. And or one of the hinges, and he's looks like he's preparing to. Oh, he set the lantern down. It looks like he took a swing at the door. Oh.
And Vader has a huffing, puffing,
Yeah.
angry-looking ogre just charge past him, and that would be the end of his movement there, where the token has ended up.
Okay. That was with a jog.
Yeah, that's 36.
All right. Peril.
Yes.
So down the hallway ahead of you, you can hear footfalls coming from like the great cold distance beyond in the darkness.
Got all smoke alarms.
Yeah,
All right then.
I'm worried about the smoke alarm.
Yeah. I especially love her reaction in the back. I'm like, yeah, that's how I'd be reacting too.
Is there a fire?
Yep.
So I will step a little bit inside to see better.
What's happening?
So down the hall, you can see
Well,
more dead carrion crawlers, and right about
yes,
here,
this is really right place.
yeah, right about here down the hallway, you can see raised portcullis, and in the next room are more like lanterns on barrels and stuff, and there's a dead carrion crawler in there. And ahead of you, on the stairs, you hear large footfalls of some stomping creature with heavy feet, who is huffing and puffing.
I'm like, hello.
So probably sounds like
hello.
Now it's behind you because you've gone into the room. The sound is coming from behind you. Ahead of you, you can see two dead velociraptors.
I'm turning around there. Hello. Don't hurt me. I'm just a bard. I come in peace.
So Gromnar, you
and
can
I
hear
will
that.
Go towards. Yeah, I will go towards the sound.
Okay, it's coming from just up north and around the corner to the right.
Okay, now I do have to say this.
Somewhere here, right?
At those words, Grom is raising the trident and spear and preparing himself for combat because the last person that said that tried to kill us all.
That he was just a bard?
Yeah, that is true.
He was a bard?
No, remember when we were boarded up in that room and that guy came in asking about Luther, saying that he knew him, he was friendly?
Yep.
This guy didn't say anything about
This
Luther.
is great. No, the last guy that said, hello, I come in peace, he was looking for Luther. The guy tried to kill us.
Yeah, he did.
This is great. It's playing right into Gromnar's character. I love it.
Yeah.
It's going to be hilarious.
Great. So I will progress and I will just... Hello.
So you
I come in peace.
Peril, you hear the sound of like you hear the sound of like sticks kind of rubbing against a stone wall, like someone's trying to hold a broom horizontally, and they're walking down this spiral staircase towards you.
How many steps more I have?
I don't know. I didn't count. You have to count for yourself. But you have twice your blue circle number in the squares outside of combat.
That was 25 feet.
Your token just did. Oh, there you go.
And 15 feet, so that's 35 feet. That's
No.
40
Just
feet.
count squares, not feet.
Barack Obama faced backlash when the pastor had his church done that right. So remember the scene called God
Yeah, like for example, if your number was a 9, then out of combat it would be 18.
Squares.
It's just around
Yes.
10 squares, more or less.
I understand a pastor saying goddamn in there because of especially the way black people have been treated.
I'm just looking for my speed, which would be
Blue circle.
5.
Those terms might be taking it a little too far.
When you click on your token.
0. My speed is 0.
It's literally supposed to be 12, unless you're encumbered.
No, I just didn't put it in.
Does it have any hope of surviving in
Yeah,
this
it has
cold,
12.
fast-paced world of fuck shit? How can they compete against pussy?
I didn't fill it in, so that's why it's
Going
0.
to succumb to the law of diminishing returns. Its efficacy.
Yeah, so on your character sheet on the movement chart, your base speed is 12. That's the only number you have to fill in, I believe.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
I see base speed is 12.
You can just fill it in
Yep.
from the token and it'll put it on the character sheet. Because I have it linked to
Okay,
your
it
character sheet
works.
there. Hey, Lo. Everyone say hi to Lo505, one of our faithful viewers.
Welcome back, Lou.
Hello.
And
Hey.
friend of mine, he likes to play
Hello, hello.
Greyhawk stuff a lot. Really good OSR DM. Okay, so Peril makes it to the next floor, right?
So I already went 10 and I will go, I guess it's 12, I can go like 10.
Alright, so here's... Right here is 13, where I'm going to drop you. And you can really hear those footfalls now. And you start to smell the smell of curdled milk.
What is this? I really hope it's a human or another adventure of...
It stinks really
I don't
bad.
know.
Stinks really bad, and you can also hear like a breathing.
I grab my rapier, swing it out, and I'm like, whoever you are, I'm armed.
It kind of smells like an ass barfed nutsack. That's what this curdled milk smell is like. An ass barfed, a nutsack.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I will move 4 more, and that's it.
I'm fucking laughing so hard I'm crying right now.
I'm like, do I see him now?
Not quite yet. You do see
Okay.
kind of like this shiny, like trident tip coming from around the corner.
I'm like,
And a spearhead, I'd
don't
say.
move, don't, you, if you're stinky monster that I detect with my nostrils, don't move another step.
Oh,
And that's
no.
where I stop my turn.
Okay.
This is hilarious for all of us.
No, right?
All is equal.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Asher and Company. Are your tokens on the token layer? Okay, good.
I'm good. So Asher is going to come into the room where the other characters are counting coins. And she's going to make a dex check to get on these barrels to help count these coins.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, why don't we drop your new token? I completely forgot. Like a month ago, I gave you a new token, and
Yeah, me too. Let's see here.
don't delete it yet. I want to show everyone your old token.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just did.
Aww.
Rip.
Sorry.
Oh, everyone can see it on the turn order tracker until it disappears. So it's
Yeah.
the very top one on the turn order. Now it has disappeared. For me, at
Keep
least.
messing up your plans, Josh. I'm sorry.
And then I don't see the new one yet.
Okay. Yeah. There she is.
Debatably better. I like the new one better. As soon as I saw this on the website that I was looking at, I was like, holy shit, that looks like Asher. There it is. Okay, so here is what it looks like. Let's see, Shift Z? It's gonna be really small on the screen.
I like.
Oh, I do like that.
So she's kind of like taunting somebody, holding her longsword. But she's a gray elf.
It's like Asher. Alright, so next check.
And I'm gonna re-add you to the turn order tracker. Everybody will be able to see your token there as well.
She's gonna get on these barrels, and she's going to start counting. So all four are going to continue counting, and I'm guessing that's going to get us another 400 coins counted.
Yeah, on top of what? How many had you counted before?
I think it was 3. Let me double check.
On hasn't turned into a spider and started counting coins really slowly like normal.
Yeah, not yet. That's really what broke the deal breaker. Why we haven't finished yet. Where are you?
8 times the speed.
No, like 1/10 the speed.
Thank you. What floor is this? Is this the 5th floor?
This is 4th floor.
4th floor.
Yeah.
I think I accidentally put it as a 5th floor treasure, so I'm going to edit that. Okay, so they had already counted 600.
There is a 5th floor treasure, though, I think. Yeah, there is.
Okay, so I did have that correct. Well, I don't know. Maybe I didn't save it. I could have sworn they counted 300, but if you'd like me to start from 0, that'd be fine.
No, there were 3 characters in there already, so it's fair to add another 400 because your main
I'm
character.
sorry, I'm just not saved after I typed it.
You've counted up 700 so far, and there's still more to go.
Thank you. That'll be it for us. Well, Asher's gonna say like, "Oh man, this is my favorite part."
Yeah. So for viewers,
Run our fingers through it.
for viewers and for new players, I had to come up with some kind of house rule on how fast people could count. And so, I mean, reasonably in real life, I can count out about 100 coins in a minute. So each round, I just said, each character can count out 100 coins. Even if you, like, take a stack of 10 coins and then make another stack and, like, line it up with the same height, that still only takes a minute to count, 100 coins. You're not even counting, really. You're just stacking up coins. So either way, if you're counting it or stacking up coins and comparing the height, it's still about 100 coins a minute. So I thought that was a fair rule, of thumb to come up with for counting treasure. Like each character counts 100. you know, unless they're like a really stupid character, like if they had 3 intelligence or something, or if it was an animal, obviously they wouldn't even have a 3 intelligence. So, but there are animals that you could train to count money, like monkeys. I think have like intelligence 4 and higher in D&D, like 4 or 5. They're pretty smart animals. So, I mean, you could do it that way too. Anyone else in Asher's group or anything?
No, we're done.
Okay. I think I skipped over on last round, so I'm just gonna have him do 2 actions this round because he had an Orison going. So he's gonna heal Varen for 1 hit point, and Raymond for 1 hit point.
Ooh,
just
nice.
because I forgot about his Orison last round. Okay, next is Calamar and Company.
He stands there, he notices Gromnar and like has his trident out, and he's like, "What is it, Gromnar?" And he pushes Toronto back, and he says, "Need me to come? Hang on," and he goes invisible.
Okay.
And is sneaking down to try to find the guy.
And Gromnar will respond with, Misha not happy, and voice downstairs say not one hurt us, and the last one say not one hurt, try to kill. So Gromnar makes sleep.
Okay, what's Calamar and Company doing? Sorry.
Calamar is sneaking around this way because he heard something, and he'll start going down in a little bit. And what does he see? I see a little thing in a green hat.
It's a halfling in a green hat. He has a rapier on his hip, a lute on his back, and I think a belt pistol on his belt.
Oh, what?
Right?
Peril? He
Yeah.
has now a drawn. He has now drawn out a rapier. He has drawn a rapier, and he has 2 belt pistols and a lute, I guess. Although I didn't really buy it, but I thought maybe he has it from his dad or something.
Yeah.
So he has a rapier drawn out and pistols on the hips, both hips.
So I see a halfling, and he's about to backstab somebody because that looks mean. And I'll walk over.
No, half elf.
And I'll
half elf.
Half elf.
Half
elf. And so what I'll do is I'll put, the dagger or my longsword to pierce him right through the heart with a backstab. But he might not be bad. I mean, I should give him a chance to say something, shouldn't I? And so I go, "What are you doing? What do you want?"
A disembodied voice from right in front of you says something in... What language are you speaking, Calamar?
Common.
Common tongue. What are you doing? What do you want?
And Peril answers.
And sounding really mean, too. That was Calamar, as mean as he can get.
And Peril is, I'm here. I'm looking for the superstars. I'm a bard. I came here to document their travels and write songs about them.
Oh! And so Calamar becomes visible.
Go ahead and describe Calamar to Peril.
Calamar is a black elf with white hair and red eyes. You have probably heard of drow, so he's a drow. And oops, I'm sorry. I thought that would choose me, but okay, hang on. I can't choose and talk at the same time. So I choose the side, and I choose me. That's me. Okay. And he looks very like he's hiding from everybody. He wears all black. Notice a black like bodysuit or whatever he's wearing. He has a very nice sword, and he's putting it away now. But you have a feeling it was pointed somewhere at your body. But as soon as he becomes visible, then you see a smile on his face, and you think that you've never seen a drow smile like that. Anyway, he says, "Oh, hi. We're the superstars. Yeah, I'm Kalmar. Gromnar. It's okay. It's just a half elf. It's okay."
So here is the question. I came to find the superstars, right? Would they know them from? Would they like know their descriptions because they're really famous, and I'm like a bard that did a bit of research and then decided to go to find them. That's a question for DM.
In other words,
didn't hear
how does he react to a drow?
He reacts to drow any way he wants to. He's a player character.
No, like would they know about them? Would they know their descriptions? Are
Yeah,
they as
you know-
famous that people like? Yeah, there is a drow and there is a
Two of them, three of
stinky
them,
guy and
three of them are famous. Three of them are famous. Calamar is
and is
famous.
Calamar.
Calamar is famous. Varen is famous, and Asher is famous.
Okay, so I look at
Alright.
Calamar and I say, "Oh, I'm so honored, Calamar, the drow of superstars. Oh, I'm so relieved. I already thought I'm done for when I heard steps here and I smelled something really stinky. But
Oh, that's just Gromnar. You get used to it. It's really not bad. It really, it smells the way that Gromnar smells.
is he an animal? A troglodyte?
Oh no, he's just an. Oh no, he's just an ogre. But and she leans in. He doesn't
Ogre
know
Bob.
he's an ogre. He thinks he's a human, and that's okay, right? That's okay. So we'll just call him a human.
And Beryl is like, adjusting his collar and like, just an ogre, you say? Oh, all right. Can you just please keep him away from me? I mean, I'm a bit afraid right now.
Oh, there's no need to be afraid. He was just protecting his group. But see, now you're one of the group, so now he has to protect you too. See? Yeah. And as simple as I can.
The only time you have to
great.
worry about Gromnar is if he asks you if you want help going to sleep.
And Beryl is like, phew, oh great. And he raises his hands. Gromnar, be friend, okay?
Oh, he's gonna be friends with Gromnar.
Gromnar is gonna look around the corner and say to Calamar, "How you know he not try kill us? Remember last one?"
Okay, I'll ask him. Do you want to try to kill us?
But why should I kill you? I'm trying to write the songs about you.
That sounded like an invitation. So
I'm here to write
you wanna
songs
try to kill
about
us?
you. Killing you
Sure.
would be really counterproductive.
Did you hear that, Gromnar? He can't. See, he can't write a song about somebody about us if he kills us, right?
This is horrible. Gromnar knows Calamar and how trusting Calamar is, and he also knows how many times this has gotten us into fights.
Yeah, I was laughing because I was thinking he doesn't know. He knows he doesn't trust Calamar when he says that these people are good.
Okay, Gromnar. I will show you. Songs go like this. A big stinky stink in the dungeon is is felt. Is it Gromnar? I don't know. That's a song.
That's a very nice song.
It's haiku.
Did you hear that, Gromnar? He likes you so much.
Nice poem.
It's a good thing Sarah's isn't in earshot.
Gromnar just kind of looks, narrows his eyes a little bit, shakes his head, and continues pointing his trident in the direction, but not quite so aggressively.
On brand.
Okay, we got spells. We got red dot, Calamar's, fly. Time now is 4:43 a.m. Next up is Thader.
Alright.
So you can hear this whole conversation taking place to your left as you're trying to hack down this door.
I guess I'll check what's happening because it seemed like there was a bit of a ruffle there.
You can roleplay hack down doors and move all in the same round. So.
Oh, okay.
speaking-
Can I get 2 this round for hacking doors since I did 1 last round?
Since you're specialized, I'll accept it. I'll accept it.
I'll do that.
This counts as a large creature. This door, so all you gotta do is 20 damage. You gotta be able to hit AC 6, because that's what.
Hopefully I can do that. Nope.
Splint mail's AC 6, right? Yeah, 7's a miss. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Another not quite so solid blow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
AC 8, not gonna hit.
I feel like I'm more counting than trying to hit.
Anything else you want to do?
I guess I'll just head over there and see what's going on.
Looks like the ogre is talking to somebody around the corner, and they're having a good old time, I guess. There is a bit of a guffaw, and Gromnar seems to not understand. Like, he doesn't laugh back or anything like that.
Let's see. Do I recognize the strange clothed man? In like maybe a tavern or something?
The ogre?
No, the bard.
Oh, you went around the corner. Let's see. No, you've never seen this guy before.
Okay.
But he is a snappy dresser.
I'll call him Fancy Boots. Hey, is that... Who are you?
Northman addresses you. Peril?
Yeah, I barely heard what you said, sir.
Who are you?
My name is Amar Hearts Llewellyn, but you can call me Peril. I'm known as this across the realms. I'm Peril the Bard.
You see, I don't use those words too often, so I'll call you Fancy Boots.
Fancy boots. Peril looks at his boots. Well, I guess you are a connoisseur of a fine fashion as well. I'm glad to see somebody recognizes a good taste in fashion. Thank you, sir.
I guess you could call it that. So, I assume you're for the same thing I'm looking for. Glorious battle in Valhalla.
Well, I don't know for Valhalla. I'm more looking for a fame in this world in which we live right now. And I will do this by documenting superstars climb to fame, their adventures, and their travels. And perhaps help you go into Valhalla as well, because I heard the bosses at Valhalla, they like good stories.
Yes, they do.
That sounds so good, says Calamar. But you know, he's looking at you kind of funny. He says, "So, what's your name again?"
Amar Hearts Llewellyn. But you can call me Peril.
Okay, Peril. You come from Alistar, right?
Yeah, no. My mom is from there, but I kind of live with my dad. He's from Grognar.
Calamar, he shuts up, but he is, but he's looking very intently at you now. Like, you know, your hands, your feet, your face, you know, whatever. He doesn't say anything else, so he's like, okay.
Do I notice he's looking at me, like checking me out?
Yeah.
Because he can't do anything without it being obvious. You know, yeah.
So I just say, I'm a half-elf. My father is a human.
Yeah, I can kind of tell. And you grew up in Gronar.
Your father's a half-elf.
Oh, right, my father is half. Yeah, so my father is a half-elf. Yeah, I grown in Gronar, yeah. That's my parents are famous tailors there. As you can see, this beautiful jacket is it was actually fashioned by my father. Don't you like it? Look, it's the finest silk.
And Calamar looks, you know, it's like, yeah, it's the greatest silk. It's beautiful. Your mom doesn't do the tailoring thing, though, does she?
Calamar, intelligence check -8.
Okay.
So for our viewers, -8 check is considered very difficult in second edition. It's supposed to be -8 is supposed to be the largest penalty or bonus you can give. -8 or +8. It's supposed to be the largest, like. And this thing about Calamar is he's so intelligent. I think he gets like 3 intelligence rolls, so he might actually make this -8 roll.
I rolled. Yeah, there we go. 4 successes.
Let's
Oh
see
my god.
I typed -8.
Let's see. Checks. Ability score checks. intelligence. -8. So it should adjust to less than 10. You still got 2 successes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you didn't type -8 because your intelligence was still 18.
Well, I entered -8. Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
But, so what it does is it subtracts 8 from your intelligence, but you still get 4 checks. That's how it's supposed to work.
Cool.
And you succeeded twice. Okay, so your character is so observant. You can see the like maker's mark on the inside left corner where his shirt buttons together. There is a tag that has the maker's mark of the Hartz family. That's Shirka Hartz's mom and dad. Remember Shirka? The druid?
Oh, yeah, Shirka!
Okay. So, he's claiming that these clothes were made by his parents. And they have the Hartz family maker's mark on a tag on the clothes.
All of a sudden, Calamar doesn't feel too good. He says, "That's so interesting. That's very interesting. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go talk to somebody else. Bye."
So Peril just raises his eyebrow and like, did I say something wrong?
You can see that plain as day, written all over Calamar's face. He saw something that was interesting as you were like showing your clothes. You brought attention to your clothes, and he saw something like he was looking down towards your groin area, and his eyes got really big, and his expression changed to that of like surprise. There's smoke coming out of the fireplace.
I thought you were saying there was smoke coming out of his ears. Now I do want to know the one thing that I asked earlier, which was, your mother wasn't she's not involved in tailoring, right?
My mother is, she's Delisa Llewellyn.
And when you say the name, his face goes, "Oh shit!" But doesn't say anything. Just his face does. But you know.
And I raised my hands, but make nothing of it. She does not really like me that much. This
And
is
then
why
he
I'm
says,
looking for adventure.
And then he says, "Okay, now I've got to go now. Bye. I'm gonna go talk to somebody else. Bye."
Anybody or anything else for Thader?
No.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Next up is Saris. So you hear, like down the stairs a ways, Saris, some kind of like loud conversation.
Yeah. Ceres and Anbu are gonna start heading downstairs.
Okay.
with the torch. So, if you can move him down a flight. And Saris goes. Saris heads over to his backpack and opens it up, and finally lets out his little friend, and he gives Godfrey a big hug and kind of snuggles his feathers and calls him good and stuff for not like destroying his backpack.
Puts his backpack back on.
What?
Puts his backpack back on.
Yeah, puts his backpack back on.
Say that 3 times fast. Puts his backpack on.
No, thank you.
I put my backpack back in the top.
And we're gonna head over this way towards. I'm guessing I can hear them.
Yeah, you can hear like a tink, 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 tink of coins hitting each other, and that
Head over
conversation,
this way.
the conversation that was really loud, is coming from the stairwell just to the south of that doorway you just went through. So.
I mean,
it's
Saris is self-aware enough that he knows that he's not the greatest greeter.
Yeah, it's off in the distance down this way. And then, yeah, from inside the room, you hear, inside here, you hear tink tink of some jank. Hey, that works.
He kind of pops his head into, Saris kind of pops his head into the room and asks if they need any magic detection or anything.
You pass by 5 barrels of fresh drinking water.
Asher.
I'm so sorry. What's that? I was distracted.
Saris popped his head into the room and is asking if they need him to detect any magic or anything. Or are you just counting?
We're just counting, but we did find a couple of things. Do you want to wait until we're done searching and then have them all in one spot, or do you want to start now?
If you guys are still searching.
Yeah, we've only made it down to this level. We're kind of working our way down, and then we'll make some breakfast. But if you want to search the lower levels, I have a key, and then you can open a door if you get to any locked doors.
Sure. Where were there locked doors? I kind of rushed up the tower, so.
The Thader guy saw one. Maybe he can show you. And I know that there's one.
Who the hell's Thader?
Oh, he's this new guy. You know, but he's all about like Valhalla and stuff. So I think he's, you know, probably one of those that's into like the fighting and the meat and stuff. So, you know, our kind of guy.
My mother told me Someday I would buy.
But yeah, just look for a guy around here who talks a lot about Valhalla and wants to fight stuff. He knows where.
I mean, if he wants to get to Valhalla, we can get him there really fast.
I I see what you're getting at.
Odin.
I think
Ceres's god is Odin, so so he knows a bit about this. Though not the most.
I think he wants to do some good works or something to get there first. I don't think he's spiritually prepared.
Okay. I'll
and then there's another.
I'll give him time, then fireball him. Is what you're saying?
Good plan. And I think there's another locked door, either on the bottom level of the basement or the one above it, but somewhere in the basement too.
Okay.
And so she's gonna hand him the key.
Checking. Thank you. And still a little bit of movement.
So Asher passed you the key?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just doing some I'm just keeping track of recounting my movement to make sure I'm right.
Yeah.
And I guess I bump into Alluvia and Boogie Will.
Yeah, they're probably just standing there having a conversation about the craftsmanship of the staircase.
Kind of passes, says, "Wow, that's so interesting." And yeah, it just moved me down another floor, and I just have a tiny bit more movement. First time Ceres is seeing any of this in the light. Talking about playing humans.
Man.
Oh. Cute.
Yep. So ahead of you, you can smell the smell of that wall of fire that burns half the floor. You can smell Gromnar, and you hear the sound of a crackling fire and a loud conversation with much guffawing and stuff like that. Ahead.
Ceres has moved as far as he can, but Anvu's gonna move up a little more. And I will end my turn.
Okay, next up is Varen and Company.
He put into Discord that he had to go order food for the family and he'd be back as soon as he could.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Also, Ceres is stuck in a wall.
Yay!
Just have a second to move, to just shove him somewhere that he's not stuck in a wall.
It isn't Saturday until someone is stuck in a wall.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We went pretty long without getting stuck in walls when we were just walking around, not knowing where we were going.
Here you go.
No session is complete without somebody being stuck in the wall.
Dear Dad, today was graduation. I am now a co-pilot earning $1,400 a month plus benefits.
On some days of the week, that person's called Aldrin.
Yeah. That happens.
Okay, anything else from Sears and Company?
No, I ended. It's
Okay.
Gromnar's turn.
Anbu notices some marks on the door next to him. Looks as though someone has tried to hack it down with some kind of bladed weapon.
Can you ping the door? Because I can't actually see a door. Okay.
And then there's
Thank you.
another one right here.
Be right back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have 2 players AFK, so what I'm going to do is have us take a break. Actually, 3 players now. Let's take a 5-minute break, and we'll come back after, use the bathroom, get a drink, and a smoke, and a poop. Not in that order. And we'll come back refreshed. All right.
No, go
See you-
pee,
see you
smoke,
in 5.
then go back and poop.
There we go.
That's the most efficient order. I don't know what you're talking about.
My bladder,
Smoke
thank
while
you.
you
Be right back.
Yeah, be right back.
And Asher, get out of my head. That's exactly what I do every time.
Back. Is anybody here? Okay.
And back.
I'm back. Anybody else there?
Yep.
Yep.
But no, it's so funny. Due to the pain meds, you know, it's kind of difficult. So, you know, cigarette in one hand, book in the other. When I go, I pack in. I'm ready for, you know, a long stay.
Yep.
Let's see, do we have Peril and Satyr back yet? How about Sirius and Asher?
This is fun though.
The full
We're
crew?
meeting people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're meeting people and stuff. People we're gonna like. We like it.
That new kitten is so cute, Josh. My God, it looks like a little hairball.
Yeah, from certain angles, she looks like a little guinea pig.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just a little cutie.
Yeah. Her, she's like 2 weeks old or something, so her eyes are still blue, and she doesn't see very well. I tried to play lasers with her last night, but she couldn't see the red dot.
Aww.
Yeah, her eyes are still developing. They don't even have color yet.
What's a cat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Josh is fostering her, or him, or her.
How big is it?
Very fluffy.
She's 2 weeks old, so she's like.
Oh my God.
Just tiny.
They're so cute.
Half a pound.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, she's adorable. She likes to climb already. She'll climb up onto my shoulder and like sniff my ear, and you can hear that one of her nostrils has a nose whistle.
Kind of like your kind of like your snorer.
All right, I'm back.
You can hear her go.
I'll still never forget the time I heard a cat snoring on mic and thought it was you.
Well, the very first time that when me and Josh made Ceres, Josh actually fell asleep on me.
Aww.
And so, the first time I heard the cat, I just assumed Josh fell asleep again. And I'm like, how common is this?
For the longest time, I didn't know it was his cat. I mean, I'm talking months. I played in another game with him where he's a player, and for months I swore, because it was so late at night, every night, that he was falling asleep on us.
Aww.
In college,
Peril and Satyr back?
Back in college, we had people fall asleep in person, but that's because we would play for like 20 hours straight.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh Lord.
That sounds like a good day.
Yeah. I've played 13 hours before, but never 20. That's.
Oh, our longest was 28, which was like our last day. Our last day and a bit, I guess, of freshman year. Like right after everyone was done with finals, but we didn't go home yet for a few days, for like 2 days. So.
Yeah. Is Peril back?
I'm back. I'm
okay.
here.
How about James? Varen? Is Varen back?
No.
No.
Okay, so we'll skip over Varen. Next up is Gromnar and Company.
Well, you know, he's still not too trusting of this new individual, but he has noticed now that we're not fighting for our lives, there is a new delicacy to him that he has not sampled yet. So he is going to squat down and begin sampling spider carcass.
It's you tear it open or whatever, and it has like some goo that comes out. There is like yellow, like kind of blobby goo, and then white runny goo, and then there's some kind of like clear goo in a sack outside of that.
So kind of like pastries. Yummy.
Yeah.
You know, don't Google do spiders have meat? if you want your appetite to stay.
You should give me a review. I might try some later.
And that is what Gromnar is doing. He is spending this round eating spider.
The yellow goo kind of tastes like rotten meat, and then the white goo tastes kind of fishy, and then the clear goo kind of smells like pee, but is surprisingly salty.
I mean, me as a person, the thought of this is absolutely disgusting, but I think an ogre would kind of enjoy all of that, honestly.
Yeah, you're used to smelling like curdled milk and butt barf to ball sack. So, stuff like this is actually appetizing.
I think you left off the most important part, but the legs are like crab legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of protein.
Well,
Just remember to boil it first.
The abdomen is all goo, and then the legs actually have like meat in them.
Yeah, because they're like related to the crabs. Come on.
Yeah, I think they would taste probably like crabs as well.
Yeah.
I don't think the goo would taste like crab.
I mean, we've had a hard morning fighting for our lives. We fought through a bunch of demons, couple walls of fire, a bunch of people trying to backstab. Gromnar's hungry.
One of our friends did.
You eventually come across a sack that seems to be filled with a large amount of some kind of black liquid.
Oh no.
Oh, you want to sample that?
How hard are you eating, Paul?
Josh should already know what's coming. I leave all this to randomness.
So you...
Are you fucking kidding me?
You sink your teeth into it and kind of suck out some of the black fluid, and it tastes like when you get punched in the face, like in the teeth, so many times that the red water comes out. But the red water has turned and is like rotten. That's kind of like what it tastes like.
And that part will be spit out.
Oh yeah. So
I don't know if it'll require a save or not, but
you spit rotten blood all over the floor, and like maybe drop the sack. And you could tell now that it's probably like one of the stomachs of the creature, and yeah, it probably had sucked on something for a while there and drained out some blood. Yeah.
I mean, on the upside, Gromnar now knows what rotten blood tastes like.
Yeah.
Oh, put that in your journal.
kind of like the red water,
Yeah.
but a little smellier. Okay. Anything else from Gromnar and Company?
Nope.
Okay. Next up is Peril.
Okay, so Peril will obviously just move a little bit inside this more.
You hear the sound of Gromnar go. "Ptah!"
Peril turns to him. Oh, maybe you should not eat that. And he looks around and see all these caskets and stuff. It actually looks like some kind of a kitchen here to Peril. Or
Yeah.
am I right?
So this room looks like it was like a dining room. The room that you're in right now looks like it was a dining room, but the tables have all been burned to ash. Some of the barrels have been shored up against the walls and then pressed away, like kind of pushed away. Some of them on top of which, some of them have been pressed away from the wall on top of the dead body of a velociraptor, or a Utah raptor, actually. And then, the next room, you can see into the next room, there's a butcher's table that has fish on it, and like a butcher's knife and a filleting knife. And there are several barrels in the room, as well as a lit fire, and there are pots and pans. There looks like there's a barrel of water, like potable water. Somebody was obviously getting ready to cook something, and now is gone or whatever. The fish looks like it has started to dry out a little bit, and the fire has started to die down because the party's been here for a while.
Peril takes one fish and says to Gromnar, "Look, why don't you try this? I tell you, this tastes far better than what you're eating."
It looks like some kind of catfish. It has like a flat body and whiskers hanging off of it. It's like a light brown color, like maybe a coyote brown. And it smells really, really fishy, like fishier than most sea fish do.
Well, I offer one to Gromnar.
He just kind of looks up at you with narrowed eyes and says, "Why Gromnar want fish? Gromnar know what fish tastes like."
And I Peril points at Velociraptor and says, "And that tastes like chicken. You can try that as well. Would you like to roast it over the fire? Let's eat. I'm actually hungry as well."
Sarah's him talk about cooking Godfrey again.
Oh.
Oh God.
Wait, is it? I thought it's dead.
Godfrey's not
Kill it.
chicken.
No, wait, it's dead. I thought the DM said it's dead. Velociraptor.
No,
Yeah,
he said.
it's a dead
Okay,
one.
then just forget it. Then
No,
I didn't offer
No.
to eat the live Velociraptor.
No, the
because obviously you're
the
fat.
Velociraptor's dead. Saris has a pet cockatrice that another character insisted on cooking and said that it would taste like chicken. And like I said, you are going to love Gromnar. Gromnar is great. He is the master of miscommunication.
Okay,
Yep.
so I tell him, this tastes like chicken. You want to try it?
And again, that's exactly what Gromnar did. He yells out, "Sarah's him talk about cooking Godfrey again."
I'll cook him before you can cook Godfrey.
Who is Godfrey? I'm offering you to cook this dead dinosaur here. That's not Godfrey, Gromnar. That's a Velociraptor.
Gromner, who is it that's talking about cooking Godfrey? Because I know it's not Varen this time. He's upstairs.
This human who say he not want kill us, but Gromner know he want to, just like last one.
Who
And
was
then
last one?
No.
Or say he friend, then he must want kill us, because Calamar always say that.
Yes.
No Gromner, no kill. Peril, friend. I take some sticks or something and I put this fish over the fire and let it cook.
Okay.
I would love to respond more, but I'm laughing too hard at myself. I'm sorry.
It hasn't been gutted yet, so it's a whole fish.
Then I will gut it.
Okay.
Should I roll something?
No catfish liver?
No. So you're able to gut it and everything and get all the blood out of it and everything and any contents in its stomach and all the
I throw
organs
it in the fire.
and just.
I mean, I throw the contents in the fire.
They seem to like bubble up and just kind of fry in the fire for a little while. Oh, hey, Demon King. Everyone say hi to Demon King 9. He's another one of our faithful viewers.
Demon King.
Does it smell like when people cook fish in the microwave at work?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it would not be that vile. Come on, it's nice fire. It probably smell delicious. Unless the fish is like really rotten and stinky.
I mean, last kitchen we came across, it was human meat, so I would want to deep clean this place before.
Start nomming on some. Yummy fish.
It's just a fish. It's no. Form the human into the fish.
Human.
We will never know. Well, that reminds me of a story. You know, once I knew an adventurer that got polymorphed into a mouse, and then he polymorphed himself into a mouse because he liked cheese so much that he wanted to eat like the biggest cheese possible, so he polymorphed himself into a mouse and was eating the cheese, and then he got so fat he could not polymorph himself back anymore, and then a cat ate him. It's a true story, I tell you.
That's what all bards
100%.
say.
Bards speak English, I swear. Well, my friends, are you going to loot this place? Is this place full of treasure and magic items and great adversaries, or are we just going to eat fish today?
Well, I think that first we're gonna have to eat because we're starving. But we're not gonna leave anything here if it's useful. I mean, that's crazy talk.
Heresy to adventurers.
Well, that's very smart. That's very smart. It just shows how great adventurers you are. Very interesting.
Yeah, Peril is starting to think like, songs about this group are gonna involve, chaos and half the party going this way and half the party going that way. He can tell already this was a bad idea.
He likes chaos. He's like, he sees many potential potential stories here, and he makes a mental note. So they will strip every place for everything valuable in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else from Peril?
No.
Okay.
Just waiting for a fish to be ready.
James, you there? So he came back for like 5 seconds and then disappeared.
I was gonna say he was back. I thought.
He's on Discord.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Back. And y'all were still in the middle of like, I think Gromnar was like eating something gross, and I was like, oh god. So I'm eating lunch right now, and that was horrible timing.
Yeah. So it is.
Was just eating a supper, that's all.
Onion rings don't taste right anymore because you put the image in my head, Paul.
Yeah, me spider.
So
Crab legs.
it's Varen and Company.
All right. Okay, before I move, Dorvo, do I know which direction the sun will rise tomorrow? Like I know is it still like it's like rise in the east, settle in the west like it does on Earth?
Yeah.
Or a Solynod Hex like different?
Solynod Hex spins the same way as Earth does.
Also, how many moons does it have? I've been wondering that.
1, just like Earth.
Okay.
Alright.
It's about the same size as Earth's moon.
Ooh, big moon.
Alright, because Varen will... Yeah, because that's going to be important for, like, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, Varen and Company are going to pick up Dean. Dean will take the front. He'll have 2 ushers take the legs. And they'll, like... I mean, between 3 characters, should be able to move at a decent rate, right?
Yeah. 200 pounds divided by 3 characters is around just under 70. A little less than 70 pounds each. And I think the Asheras are decently strong. They might get encumbered a little bit. It's probably like movement rate 9.
Yeah, just to be sure. I'll have Lazarus, lose his shit symbol, because I forgot to remove that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll have him come down the stairs. And then he'll also, like, basically, Raymond and Morris each have a leg. Bear's got 1 shoulder, Lazarus has the other. Onros is too injured to do any real work right now. And then they will begin moving at a rate of, I guess, 9. And they're going to be moving down the steps and taking Dean out of the tower.
Okay.
Because I don't think we want to bring him back here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
Okay.
So it's double movement outside of combat, so I get 18 squares for each character.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Lazarus needs to get down and grab an end. Then we'll move on our next turn. So, just move Lazarus over to the, I believe it's the 5th floor where the other Osiris are.
Yeah, most of them. Lazarus is on the 6th.
Yeah, move Lazarus from the 6th floor to the 5th floor for me.
Yeah.
And I'll try and basically kind of like position a little bit like, Raymond stands here, Morse on the left, have Baron like I have a Baron over here, around here, down here. Essentially, they're gonna like bodily carry him out of the tower. Alright, thank you, Josh.
Oh, it finally moved?
Yep, we're in. Here they begin their grim task in morose silence. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is Asher and Company.
Nothing fancy. All 4 of them are going to continue counting.
Okay, so previous round you had counted up to 700, right?
700.
Okay, and so four characters again are counting, or yeah. So that's 1,100 and more to count. And did I mention what kind of coins these are?
Question. You did not.
Okay. Let me check real quick.
Sadly, you've been counting copper this whole time.
Oh.
It's 1,100 copper.
So it is gold.
All right.
And so far you've counted 1,100.
Bring it on. Nothing beyond that. We're just counting coins.
Okay, anything else from Asher and Company?
That'll be it.
On is going to make a 5-foot step over to come on. Where is On? Okay. On is going to heal Varen, who is flying over him for 1 point.
Awesome.
Okay, next up is Calamar and Company.
So Calamar has a real strange look on his face. And he goes, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, get out of my way, excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me, let me go, let me go. And, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, those the three who were upstairs coming downstairs, and then Calamar is going to hold on to Olivia and let the others go down and get their thing, but he's going to, you know, whisper and have a quiet conversation with Olivia. So if you can move the other three here, I'll take care of the rest.
To level 3.
Yeah, I figured level 3 could be a safe space because a lot of us are going to want to eat, and you know, we could always border the entry up like we did that one time. You know, we can do it.
Okay, so Jezzy's there. Boogie Will. Okay, anything else from Calamar and Company?
Yes. Once he gets Olivia, he's going to grab him, you know, on the chest and lean over and start whispering to him in Elvish. But whispering so that Peril can't hear him. He's like basically in his ear and he's whispering. You know, and Olivia is like, "What the fuck?" And then he goes and leans and whispers back, and they have a conversation for a couple of minutes in Elvish whispers.
Peril, he can, being a bard, he has real good hearing.
Yeah, I tried, but yeah.
I don't know. I can roll for it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's right. It would be detect noise, right? Can I roll it, DM?
Yeah, it's under checks.
He's asking Josh.
Say again?
No, I just rolled detect noise, but I failed.
Ooh, okay. That's too bad.
It's okay.
But you know, everyone else goes down there. Trana and Boogie Will are real damn tired, and they're basically lying down. Jesse is sitting on top of the one of the barrels and is looking like, I want somebody else to cook this shit. You know,
The
something like that.
Velociraptor.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't mind eating something, but I don't feel like cooking. Somebody else is better cook some shit. There's a Velociraptor right here, people. Somebody can cut him up. Come on.
and I think that's my turn.
Okay. Time now is wow, lots of lag. Let's take a 5-minute break while I refresh my virtual tabletop.
Okay.
All right.
And for viewers, I'll run a 3-minute ad break. And we'll get a drink, get a smoke, and a poop. Get drink.
No, don't get a poop. Leave it in the toilet. That's gross.
My car's got a remote starter now. I'm so thrilled. I already told you. I'm just that excited. I have to say it again.
Is Perils player still here?
I'm here.
I don't know if you got to see it earlier because we were doing rolls and whatnot, and I also had to edit it because I saw that it was not correct anymore. Here's a description of Gromnar for you in the Roll20 chat.
Ah, cool,
so you have
thanks.
so you have an idea of what you're looking at.
Okay, thanks.
And if you on Roll20 have the player's pictures enabled, that's actually what he looks like.
Yeah, I have it. I was looking at the picture. Looks good. Looks intimidating.
I mean, I still try to wrap my head around 9'8" and 350 pounds. That's just gigantic.
So the stench is actually a part of the character
It's
description. I thought just DM was making jokes.
No, it's actually what ogres are described as smelling like.
Ah, okay.
I'm back.
Hello.
It comes with being an ogre, literally.
Yep.
So he cannot sneak up on anybody.
Yeah, Peril is gonna fit right in with this group.
Which
he already has learned some things about Gromnar, Calamar. He's
which I think plays into the fact that if I remember right, they can't be rogues.
Pretty sure that's right. I'd be surprised if they could.
I know, given their size, the stench.
Yeah.
Though ogre magi who are just as big can be rogues.
Bugbears are pretty good rogues.
Yeah, that's always
It's
amazed me why the bugbears are so good as rogues, because they're also quite big.
Bushes, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what they could hide behind.
Gromnar.
Yeah.
I can still see you. Still see you. Find something bigger.
Yeah.
Asher just hides behind Gromnar half the time.
Yep. That's right.
I mean, that's what he is. He's a big freaking wall of meat for everybody to hide behind.
He's a big dumb wall of meat. I love him.
But never forget, by ogre standards, he is a genius.
Yeah, I can tell.
He has the max intelligence for the race. He is a genius by ogre standards.
Yeah.
Genius ogre, but though there are ogre mages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a little
But that's
smarter.
a different species.
That's
Though.
like a different species, yeah, right.
Now, Boogie, well, I should tell you, he's a genius for a bugbear. So, hey, Gromnar and Boogie Will, they're geniuses.
Boogie will against the world.
And I mean, it's not like they're actually not intelligent. I mean, they're of average intelligence.
Yeah. Their maximum intelligence is
Boogie
average.
Will. My Boogie Will is above average intelligence.
Mm.
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
It's okay
But,
though. They're both smart enough to be able to rip apart pretty much anything that stands in front of them.
Yep. And Boogie Will was bought when I gave him that Warhammer. If he'd come in and join, I had him for life. He's like, for this, all I have to do is beat people with this. I can do that.
Beat.
Yep.
Complicated soul.
Hey, he beats things and Gromnar puts him to sleep. They're a perfect pair.
Oh, Paul, could you change your name?
Oh yeah, the roll name.
Yeah. To Gromnar.
Boogie Bill and Gromnar in the morning. Yeah.
I'd listen to that radio show. Gromnar doing traffic.
Yeah.
Percentile for sleep.
Yeah, he would.
The cart was in the way and Gromnar wanted through, so the cart was moved and it lay on side now, so if someone helped, that'd be nice.
Yep. And Boogie Will does the weather. The man said it go rain, but I don't like rain, so I kid him.
I bonk him and bonk him again.
Yes, I bonked him twice on the head, and it's not gonna rain this weekend.
Good bonks. No rain.
You have two two-handed swords, right, Gromnar?
I didn't quite catch that. What was that?
You have two two-handed swords, right?
Yes.
Dual wield?
Gromnar dual wields two-handed swords, yes. Although recently he's been dual wielding a trident and spear because his swords are not magical and we've been fighting demons.
I haven't found a two-handed sword that's magical yet.
I thought you had
But yes.
bastard sword.
You got a magical bastard sword.
Oh, okay,
No,
sorry.
I think he said we haven't found a magical two-handed sword yet. No.
No. Two-handed swords have a 1% drop rate, so they're pretty rare.
Yeah.
I think
on the upside, when one does drop, Gromnar will have no competition for it.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true. Or if
Aaron's
you
would
want
be
that,
interested, but I mean, you're the only player character you would use it.
so like, basically, if you want to have like a magic weapon, you probably just want to be good with a longsword. Those are the most common ones.
Or broadsword. Broadsword's not bad.
Which is honestly a bit of a travesty, really.
Okay, so time now is 4:44 a.m. March the 2nd, 11th year of the 5th Eon. First up is Stater.
Right. Who is this?
Who's what?
That'd be Anbu.
This guy.
Anbu.
Anbu.
Yeah, Anbu is he is an Apercebin barbarian with a great sword, and he is very agile. He moves faster than normal humans do. He has hyper awareness, which is something that's sort of like animal-like awareness. Things behind him tend not to be able to hit him very well, and he can actually counterattack things that attack him from behind. And he can like run really fast, jump really high, and jump really far, and do stuff like that. And not to mention, he looks like a bodybuilder. Like, like, Carl Weathers in as Apollo Creed in the second, was it the first Rocky movie?
Yeah, it was the first and second.
That
He
is
was on-
jacked.
He is really, really jacked up.
I was thinking more James Earl Jones from the Conan movie, but yeah, that's appropriate too.
Yeah. Just really huge guy. He looks like he could palm bowling balls with his hands. His hands are enormous.
Yeah, he's a big dude, and he's just kind of standing there menacingly.
Anbu is intense.
Yeah.
Anbu has no chill.
Anbu intense right now.
I'm there.
He makes Grobnar chuckle.
Better.
Grona, chuckle now. Anbu
See-
make Gromna chuckle.
As you approach, Anbu draws his sword and points it at you, and it's like, and says, "Anbu, protect. Do not approach Anbu."
Oh, right. Could I approach that door then?
Door is next to Anbu. Anbu, protect.
Oh. There are contents in there I want to access to see.
Anbu's master. Anbu's master? What would Anbu consider Ceres?
Anbu's little man.
Little man with the big balls of fire.
Anbu's companion will open door. You stay there.
All right. I guess I'll do barrels then.
You stay there now.
Yeah, I'm the dick.
He doesn't know he's a dick.
I know, but Amber's a dick.
Yeah. You really forget what your group seems like to an outsider until you try to bring one in. And, yeah. Ew. Are you
Don't try
sure
to
you
deal
want
with
to join?
Ferris yet.
Hey,
Yep, if you weren't at our side fighting evil, we probably wouldn't like Anbu.
Yeah.
In fact,
Some of
had
us
Ceres
don't.
not recruited him, we probably would have killed him with the other barbarians.
And kill his people.
Why would we have killed the barbarians?
Didn't they attack us? Or...
No.
It was a different
Not his group.
Oh,
There
it
was,
a different group. Okay.
yeah, it was a different group. There were two groups so far. His group was kind of friendly, and then later on, you guys ran into an evil group of barbarians that didn't worship Gaia. They worshipped something else, like maybe snake or something.
Yep. Oh yeah, we killed them.
Yeah. And most of them wielded two-handed swords. Actually, all of them did.
it's all our handed sword.
Yeah, I guess the two-handed sword is kind of common among barbarians, even tribal ones.
It actually isn't listed in the barbarians, in the complete book of barbarians at all.
Yeah, it's in the humans entry under nomad/barbarian.
I know, but I'm just saying the class book.
Yeah.
When in the weapons list, two-handed swords actually isn't there, which I found weird. But yes. Anbu usually won't spoke into unless approached or spoken to.
Well, I'll just end my turn, I guess.
Man, I haven't even got to where you're at yet. My map is still kind of loading. What did you do, Thader?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I got threatened, and then found something.
He wanted to open the door, and Abu went dick mode.
Yep.
Full dick.
Well, he knows that
Full dick.
Ceres is going down here to open doors, so
Yeah.
he needs to protect the door, so that Ceres can complete what he's doing.
Okay.
I don't have to. Man.
No, I know. That's the knowledge that Anvu has.
Next up is Saracen Company.
Ceres is gonna head over to this door and try the key.
The southern door?
Northern? The one closest to him.
Yeah.
He should be in front of it. And the bard isn't in view, right?
No.
Okay. Ceres looks at Thader and is like, "Oh, are you the one that wants to die?"
Not exactly. No. You mean Valhalla? Then yes. That's not how you get into Valhalla.
You need to die in combat, but
Die in combat, a heroic death. If you die a coward's death or meaningless, you are not going into Valhalla.
Hmm. Everyone ends up dying a coward's death.
I just shrug.
The gods don't feel the same way about us as they do those chosen by them.
Alright.
I just want to be deemed worthy by Odin or his Valkyries.
Can this door be opened, or?
Yeah, I just had to wait for my map graphic to finish loading because it was
sorry,
slowing.
no problem.
Yeah. Okay. So you get the door open. It's like a master lock.
Mm-hmm.
Master craftsman lock. So it's like a deadbolt, basically.
Yeah.
So the deadbolt slides open, and you get the door open. And inside there is a large wicker like carpet or rug that takes up most of the room. There are two beds, one in each corner, and there are two hope chests.
Hope chests?
Yeah. A hope chest is a chest that goes at the foot of your bed. But the room isn't like large enough to have both the beds face like the same direction with a hope chest at the foot of each bed. So the beds had to be arranged like one in each corner with the hope chests against the wall.
Can I go through a chest and toss the key to Anbu in the same round?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Anbu.
As you open up one of the chests, you find the raiments of priest of Set. They're covered in like cobra symbology and the symbology of like sandstorms and I'd say that's about it. Storms and cobras.
So it's a
priestly raiments, yeah.
Yeah.
Priestly raiments.
Okay.
Priestly garb, robes and tunics and things like that. Each one has a pair of like soft shoes and several pairs of undergarments, about 2 or 3 robes, 2 or 3 tunics, and these tunics are longer than an Panoplian tunic. They go from neck to ankle. They're very well past, I guess, neck to the knees. So they're a little longer than your standard Panoplian tunic. So they go from the neck to the knees. So it's a really, really extremely long shirt. And each one comes with a pair of like baggy, almost like parachute pants. They're super They're super baggy and really wide legs, and the fabric is pleated, so that the really extremely wide legs don't like hang out, you know, because of the pleats. And the soft shoes are they're pointy and the tips kind of curl backwards.
Okay. Anbu is gonna walk to the other door. As he walks by Thader, he kind of grunts at him.
Alright.
And I think this is where the other door is.
Yes.
And he's gonna open that.
Okay. So same type of lock. It's a masterful lock. So basically a deadbolt. Door, once being unlocked, opens freely as you turn the knob. And similarly to the other room, there is a large woven wicker rug underneath 2 beds, and there are 2 hope chests against the outer wall. So it looks like this was possibly like the quarters floor with like a day room. So the priests could sleep in these cots, get some food to eat, and go about their duties on the other floors. But these beds look pretty comfortable. They look like they're stuffed with chicken feathers, and they're assembled over like a rope box spring type of thing with crisscross ropes.
Varen, there's more mattresses for you to set on fire.
He's never gonna live that down, is he?
It wasn't his fault. It was mine.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Asher, there's more. Realizing that Anbu can't see in that room, he's gonna light a torch for himself.
Yeah.
And that's gonna end my turn.
Okay. Next up is Varen and Company. James, you there or muted?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Alright. Now, begin moving. 18 squares. So, gonna move down the steps to the 4th floor.
Okay. This is Varen, Lazarus, and who?
Yep, Onoros can move exactly 2 squares, because injured.
I think that's why he's moving back to Europe. Look at the map. He's making a circle. He's running out of checks. I know it's a long shot, sir. We can track him.
Okay, those 3 characters. Gotcha. Is that who's going downstairs?
He's going down the stairs. They're like Four of them going downstairs carrying Dean. One Ross is kind of just moving slowly. Once he's down, once he's out the building, they'll come back for him, I'm sure. All right.
Okay.
They shall go down further, if possible.
I haven't counted squares.
Which, yeah.
Are you counting squares?
Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, I was gonna use the person with the most amount of squares needed, which would be Raymond, who needed 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we needed 6 squares to get down.
Okay.
Yes, question. I met your husband during the war. Answer, yes, I lived in a very small place, but you never heard of Solynod. Tell me you wrote down the name of the village, Mr. Fox. Not the shot.
Okay. Where did Varen move off to?
You threw me down here. I need Oh, let me ping.
Okay, so you started right about here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. Holy crap. I keep letting go of him. Okay, 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. Okay. 20.
Be right back.
21, 22, 23, 24. Oh, but you're probably encumbered to 9, right? So 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. There we go. With the dwarf and with... come on. Okay, there we go. We made it down to level 3. Gromnar and Company.
I kind of want to say that, you know, seeing the fallen dwarf would make him stop eating. Unfortunately, he hasn't seen the dwarf yet.
Right, yeah, they're just around the corner. You hear footfalls of some medium creatures coming down the stairs.
I mean, you can only assume that they're friendly. You know, they're not trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
So, Gromnar, since we already had one visitor, we'll move to that point on the stairs and take a seat and put his trident across his lap, waiting for more unexpected visitors, hoping that they don't come because he is hurt and battered and really doesn't want to kill anything else right now.
Yeah. I think everyone agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
But he is ready to if needed.
Don't want to throw down, but ready to do it.
Got to keep that tribe safe, you know. That's his job.
And they make it hard sometimes.
Especially that calamar. Jesus.
I have some things to say about that.
I would not have calamar any other way.
Yep, confirmed.
Yeah.
Gromnar absolutely loves him. He just
I
knows,
love him back. I
he just
love him
knows
back.
that calamar is a fool. Or
Yeah.
more of a fool than he is.
It's just because everybody should be like, you know, trusted. And everybody's got to have a chance. Yeah, if he says he's friendly, then what's the problem?
Here we go. I see you, Gromnar.
Yep, that's where he's gonna be. He's keeping watch, you know, his typical Gromnar thing while everybody else counts coins and is distracted.
Okay, Peril.
Okay, so Peril, he's just frying his fish with a stick over the fire. Actually, he has like 3 fishes because he's hoping to offer some to Gromnar and others if they're hungry.
Aw.
And he's just humming some tune. Maybe it will inspire Gromnar later, after 3 turns. So that's what I'm doing.
Is that it
Oh,
for...
that's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Asher and Company.
We're continuing to count.
Okay, so you had 1,104, right?
Yes.
Alright, so you've counted out 1,500 so far and still going.
That'll be it for us.
Okay. On is going to... On is going to Hmm. Okay. I guess he's gonna come over to this Ashura down here and wait till next round to heal him for 1 HP. 2. There's 2 injured Ashuras on the floor right here.
I hate to say it, but my eyes are starting to get really bad. Still having those issues. For the rest of the session, just Gromnar's gonna help carry Dean out. You know, he had a lot of respect for the dwarf, but I gotta log out and shut this thing down.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
It was really nice being back. I really missed you guys.
Yeah. Next up is Calamar.
See, it was fun playing with Gromnar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So, Calamar and Olivia come down, you know, kind of whispering, and then going, okay, and, Calamar is gonna walk over to Peril and say, so Peril, hi, yeah, I'm Calamar. You remember me? I'm sure that I didn't introduce everybody to you. So these are my followers. This is Boogie Will, and you look over, and it looks like
someone. You know healing magic? Can you heal?
because it looks like a beat out of shit bugbear. That looks just like a bugbear. And so, do you have the healing magic? Peril?
No, I don't know. I'm sorry. I cannot hear anybody.
Boogie
I
Will
wish
sits back down and just looks pitiful. You look at him, he looks like he's just holding on by a sliver of health. He says, "This is Tirana," and you know puts out his hands to present a person who is not there. And it says, "Hi," and then he puts out, "And this is Jesse," and he points to another person who's not there. And you hear, "Hi," and then he says, "And this is Luvio."
Oh, hello everybody.
And he looks at you with great interest and yeah. And
I
they're
hope you're hungry. I'm preparing some fish. I'm roasting some fish over fire. I guess it will be ready really soon.
that'll be very, very good. And I look over at Olivia. This is my best friend, Olivia, right? Olivia's right here. You never met anybody named Olivia before? I thought, you know, you might have heard of him.
Is he famous? This is a question for DM. Is he like also one of the famous members of Superstars that I would know?
The famous members are Calamar, Asher, and Varen.
So then Peril is looking at him. No, but are you also a member of Superstars?
And Anatar says,
Yes, I've been a member of the Superstars for a very, very long time now.
and you can see he's like
You mean Olivia?
Yeah, Olivia. Did that?
You said Anatar.
Oh God, Anatar has also been with the group for a long time, but no, I meant Olivia. He is decked out in like some serious plate mail. Like you can tell, this kid doesn't joke when it comes to armor, and he's like leaning on his sword a little bit, and you can tell it's like pristine as anything. Like you think, wow. And he goes, "Hello, my name is Olivia Llewellyn."
Oh, Llewellyn? I'm also Llewellyn. Are we related in some way?
He looks you from head to toe to head again and says, "I'm afraid that Thalissa is my mother."
Oh, well, that's just great, because we're brothers. Oh, it's so nice to meet you. Didn't Talisa ever tell you about me? I'm Amar.
"Yes, I've heard of you," he says, as he's, like a very, very judgmental style. "Yes, I've heard of you." Thomas says, "Isn't this nice, Olivia? See, he's your brother. We all should be celebrating. Shouldn't we all be celebrating that 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 these two brothers been brought together? The superstars brought them together. Isn't that right, Trana?" "Oh, sure. Yeah, sure." Wow. You know.
Peril is like a little bit down, and he's, when I went back to Alistar, Mother, she was not very pleased to see me. I don't know why. I think she just could not bear to have a half-blooded son. I hope our relationship will be better. I really do.
Oh, can I just say I love that. And Olivia looks at you, and you can see a little bit of softening in his eyes. He says, "Well, I'm a bastard too. Mother, she was nice and all, but she wasn't. Let's just put it this way. She didn't really see me as her real son."
Well, then we have something in common, brother. I'm really glad that I found you.
And Calamar says, "How about a hug?" And Olivia looks at Calamar like, buddy." He says, "Okay, no, maybe not today." And yeah, that's my turn.
Yeah, Peril laughs like wholeheartedly and says, "Well, let's eat then, and celebrate this with some roasted fish."
Yay! Roasted fish! Yay! Yay, Olivia! It's like, okay, yeah, I guess we can eat. Dun dun dun! That's my turn.
When's the last time Olivia saw his mother?
The last time he went back to Alistar, it's been a year or so.
Oh, okay.
He sees her, but she's, and she loves him, but it's not quite the same as if he were legitimate, I think.
Okay.
And by the way, I would like to point out that my mother is a slut. I'm just gonna say it. Even Anatar tasted her flesh. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And Boogie Will and the two that are invisible are going, what? Their jaws are like, what? What?
Okay. And we'll take it back to the crossroads. Since Paul had to leave early, we'll end the session a little early this week.
Yeah, when Peril showed up, when he showed your picture, I said, "Oh, he's handsome." Then I looked over to the right and said, "Thalissa? That's my mom!"
Yeah.
Yeah. She gets
That's
around.
funny.
She really gets around.
Can
Yeah.
confirm. Antar banged your mom.
Uh-huh. But, you know, can anybody blame her? Do you blame her? I don't blame her. Have you seen Anatar? Yeah, you wouldn't blame her either.
Yep,
Just a
sexy
natural
Minotaur.
reaction to having that opportunity.
Come on.
The family reunion.
Well, way
Yeah.
to
Yep,
reunite.
going back to LSR will be real awkward for you now.
I think it's
Just
great
saying.
because
Just say it. If we lose track of Antar and your mother, we know why.
Yep. I think it's great because, you know, we're going to build a strong relationship, then we're going to go back to Alistar and just trip my mom out.
Yeah, like
That would
Peril,
be-
Peril, he does not really.
Hold up. Wait,
he
Josh.
does not. He never. Really
Yeah.
Was it Hard Shirka's last
abandoned
name?
her.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's. I'm waiting for that to come to a head.
Oh, that's interesting.
Wait,
well,
what?
He's
Shirka.
related to Shirka.
Shirka is his younger half sister. Because Shirka's
I
dad.
don't think I've heard of that person.
Shirka's
I
dad.
didn't even get that, yeah.
Shirka's dad. Bum bum bum. Was a bard back in the day.
Yep, that explains it. Just checking. Like, so far, is Varen the only character who has not, in fact, had parents that weren't sluts? Just checking. Oh, wait,
My
that's a
parents
dumb
were
question.
Uh,
That's a dumb question. Varen's and Ashura. They're all sluts. Never mind. Because, oh, yeah. Everyone has
Okay.
18 charisma, and they're all chaotic. Oh, yeah. Never
Probably-
mind, I strike that.
Probably Calamar's parents weren't sluts. Calamar's dad probably had sex once in his life and then was killed and eaten.
Maybe, but Calamar's mom is a drowned matriarch.
Yeah.
She's a slut for show.
Okay, so I know for a fact Thader gained a level.
Yay.
Did Peril get enough role-playing bonuses? And thank you XP for showing up on time to gain a level. He only needed 1,250 XP, I think.
I'm not sure.
Yep, we all learned today. Sluts make for great adventurers.
True.
Hey,
I'm not sure I
Saris'
got
parents
like
were
600.
Because every day's an
Oh no,
adventure.
what? I got like 700 from you, like during the game. So I don't know how much you get for showing up on time.
327?
I don't know what that 300 is for, but it's probably supposed to be 327.
Okay, 320.
And then every time you got a note from the DM saying 200 XP for role playing, you were supposed to tick your multiplier up by 1, where it says 200 times 0. Remember we talked about it yesterday?
Yes, it's 2 times. Yes, it's 2 times.
Should have been more than that. I mean, let's see. I'm looking at one right now. 2. 3, 4.
My new Thaco, I'm going to look an attack.
5.
That's what I'm talking.
So there's at least 5 that I found so far.
Okay, so then I have total XP total 1,327, and I need 1,250. So
And you got a 10% bonus, so that brings it to 1359. So you're over level 2 by like 109 points.
All right.
Nice.
So you got to level 2. All right. So now that you're level 2, you finally you stumble across this book. As you're I don't know, walking up the stairs, it's like like there's this little secret compartment in one of the steps that you kick accidentally, and you find a book of magic, and it's written in bardic text. It's called Songs of the Arcane, and it contains it's supposed to contain like 1d4 spells, I think, right? So /R d4.
Oh, come on. Roll again, come on.
But maybe it's a very good spell.
Wow. Wait, first, that's a good spell.
Mend.
/R.
that would be a bad day.
Okay, so it contains the Shocking Grasp spell.
Okay, good. That's a good spell.
Yeah.
That's a good.
And the Shocking Grasp spell only takes up 1 page of the book. The book is 50 pages long, so 49 of them are empty.
49 more to fill.
Yeah. Every time you gain a level, you'll get another spell, and then you can also translate wizard spells into bardic text.
Oh.
Sounds nice.
How long does that take to translate it? Is it like long? Is
It's
it like
the
days,
same as filling a book with a spell.
But they don't know copy. Right.
Yeah, it doesn't copy. It translates. Okay, you can change the appearance of the book if you want like a different picture, but for now it looks like that. It's a heavy, it's a heavily bound book. The the pages are pressed together really tight because the book has hinges on the outside that sort of latch the book shut. And it presses the paper together really, really hard, so that if it were ever dropped in water would have a hard time seeping into the pages. And the pages are pretty waxy too, so it's almost waterproofing the pages. It's covered in leather with like brass buckles, and that weighs 3 pounds, and it's 50 pages total. It's worth 100 GP with no spells in it. Now that it has a spell, it's worth 1,100 GP.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to sell it though.
Sell it.
Yeah.
No. You said £1.
3 pounds.
3 pounds.
All right.
Books are heavy, yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
Especially this kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm lightly encumbered, which is okay.
You'll do better if you can go and save yourself that 3 pounds clearing out and maybe putting it on your mount or whatever. Because
I need to get
we
a
don't
mule.
like that, yeah.
I have a mule.
Cool.
Yep.
Oh,
Wait.
you have a mule?
I have a mule. Yeah.
You're also playing farmer, aren't you?
Hope he does okay in the desert. We had to turn our mules loose in the desert.
Yeah. I know, but that's the only thing I had enough money to buy. So.
Oh, honey.
It's alright. I don't even have a mule. Oh, walk
Oh,
here.
honey.
Walk here.
Fix you guys right up.
When I made Ceres, the only thing I could afford was a wild dog to carry stuff for me.
What's the name of your mule?
Honey.
The name of your mule is?
I didn't name it. Maybe later.
Maybe it's Mole.
Dumbledore Calrissian, I'm telling you.
That's it.
The name of the mule is not worth the trouble.
Roach.
Roach.
Uh-huh.
No. I don't know. I didn't think.
It's cool, it's cool.
Yeah.
Does it make a weird noise when it walks?
No, it's just a mule. It's just a mule I picked up to
Calm.
to find the group. Hopefully survive the walk.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, maybe he came through the jungle.
Maybe he did, yeah, that's true. He's gonna have to have a camel. These two are both gonna have to have a
Yeah,
camel.
no, I was actually thinking it's impossible because I have 2 water skins and the mules, they cannot go through the desert, although they do keep them in the warm climates, but you would need to carry so much water for the mule through the desert, it would not be feasible, so he will probably need
That's
to
why
sell
we had to
that mule as well.
Oh,
I
Yes.
know, how sad.
not over Inquia.
Yeah.
Maybe we can swap it for a camel later on. Well, anyway, guys, it was fun playing with you.
Yes, so much fun.
Yeah,
I'm very curious if you can learn, Josh, can bards learn the spell copy?
Yeah, he has to change it into bardic notation.
Okay. Calamar is someone who has like 7 different spell books he's collected through his adventures, and yeah, anybody can copy anything they want to. Yeah, that's all I have to do. Yeah, you want a copy, sir? Sure. So all we have to do is to get you copy, and then we're fine. I think it's like 3 pages.
He just doesn't have read magic, so it's a little difficult.
Oh, I thought everybody had read magic.
Don't need it technically, so they don't have it.
Are you kidding me?
Priests don't, they don't have a reason to use read magic. Only wizards have read magic.
Well, but for as a bard, does he know read magic or not?
He has to learn read magic.
Shit. Okay.
So he has to level up once.
You could teach him.
Yeah, I have to see how many pages that is. Because then he'd have to learn read magic, and then he'd have to learn copy. He'd have to learn back to back.
Yes. You would.
Where's that?
5 pages for copy and 4 pages for read magic. Let me look on the rest of my spell books and see if I can find something better.
Okay, guys. Was fun. See you next time.
Did you roll?
See you next time.
Did you roll?
Did
you roll hit points?
Thank you, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, I closed the game. Now it will take me an age to load again. I will roll next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Cers's read magic is 2 pages.
Bye, guys.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Bye.
Because I found I had one that was 3 pages, but
I have to fix up this list sometime.
Oh, send me the link for the list again.
What list?
Because it
'Cause
still
that's-
has.
A lot easier to look at your list than look at mine. I have to look at each book.
So Theta, are you still there?
What's up?
You get a weapon and non-weapon proficiency at level 3. Since you're a single class fighter, you can, at your option, save that weapon proficiency until you're level 5 to master the Bastard Sword, which gives you an additional +2 to hit and +1 to damage. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing.
Okay. And then your non-weapon slot, since it's not an initial proficiency slot, like you're not creating your character, you've actually gained a level to earn it. Now you can start saving up your slots if you want to for bigger, better, like weapon groups and stuff like that.
Guess I'll just start. Let's just save both of them.
Okay. So we'll put 1 open slot under weapon, and then 1 open. Whoops. 1 open slot under non-weapon. Level 3. Alright.
Alright, guys. I am beat. I think I'm gonna go take a nap.
Yeah. I was up till like 3:30 in the morning helping Peril make his character today, so
Oh.
I'm beat too.
Got me a nap too.
Yeah. Alright,
Well,
thanks
that
for playing,
is
everybody.
Fun.
Anybody have any advice for me? Did I fuck up anywhere? Or could I have made
Not that I
anything
could-
faster? Okay. For our viewers, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Explore our links. If you're watching us live on Twitch, we have links to the Wizards of the West Coast, which is my like online club for AD&D Second Edition. I put a lot of I do a lot of token sharing on there, and I share a lot of information about like macros and stuff that I've written on there, and things like that. There's also links to Twitter And there's a link to the application page for Solynod Hex if you want to apply to play. There's still, what, 20, or there's still 16 days left to apply if you want to play. I'm going to cut off at 10 players if we can actually get 10 players. Yeah, there's that. And then if you like who we are and like what we do, we have links to Patreon and PayPal. The PayPal is for one-time small donations, and the Patreon is for monthly pledge, as little as $1. And then if you pledge $10 or more, you're guaranteed a slot in this game, whether you, keep in contact with us or not. Like, you could go on hiatus for 6 months, a year, 2 years if you wanted, and you would still be able to come back and play any Saturday you wanted to, as long as you continue pledging. So and then I usually upload videos to YouTube. I stream on Twitch and upload VODs to YouTube twice a week. Play a half-elf thief in Mystara AC 1000 on Friday nights, DM'd by my friend Mark. And then I DM this game, the Orb of Solynod Hex, every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Usually for 5 hours, but we're ending about half an hour early this week because Gromnar had to leave early for medical reasons. So there's that. And just want to say thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys soon. We're going to raid somebody else's stream real quick. We're going to raid looks like these people are pretty cool. Oh, hey, Koibu is streaming right now. So that's the guy that wrote the special rules for 2nd edition. That's a lot like 4th or 3rd edition, called was it Carl 2.0 or I can't remember. It's the guy's first name. Carl 2.0? That doesn't sound right. I don't think that's right. Let's see. Raid Koibu. He DMs what he calls 2nd edition. It's more like 3rd edition. Alright, here we go. What? Cannot raid this channel. Wow, he must have blocked me or something. Okay, screw that.
Protection from evil.
Yeah. Cannot raid this channel. Maybe he doesn't allow raids on his channel.
Yeah.
Well, if Gosumba is going to start soon, then we can raid him. Hopefully he's got something up. So we'll raid Lord Gosumba. He plays 2nd edition Greyhawk all the time. /raid Lord
That's a great set.
Gosumba. Alright, and again, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon. And here comes the raid. Raid now. Boom. Alright, bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Dog.
Shannon, you have, like... Bye.
I'll see you in a minute. Bye.
Come on, guys. See ya.
All right, good game. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.